Isn't it interesting that no matter how much we read, no matter how many YouTube videos we watch, no matter how many positive affirmations we might see in Twitter or in social media, Facebook, it may help us a little while, but yet a lot of us still go back to that low self-esteem, that guilt and that shame for going no contact or going low contact, the guilt or shame for being in contact, the fear for being in contact, and wondering, when is it going to be my turn to be happy? You may feel great one day, uplifted, and the next day, sad and depressed and triggered and have constant memories of what happened to you, how you were abused. This is why narcissism is so very, very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to explain and to communicate what's really going on with inside you. This is why so few in the therapeutic community, the professional community, really understand narcissism, more specifically, narcissistic personality disorder. Look, when you go through these ups and downs, here's what I can offer. I think that most of us have done this. Most of us have had these up and down days. Most of us have felt that guilt and that shame for going no contact. We've had that guilt and shame from keeping us going no contact. And we've also turned that guilt and shame into ourselves, inward, because that's what we were tuned to do for so long, whether it be through a spouse or a parent or any other significant other. Here's what I truly would like to get across to you, and I mean this so very, very sincerely. Don't be discouraged. You're going to get there. There are many of us who, even after years of no contact, still have those pangs, still have those feelings of guilt and shame, even though they are completely undeserved. I want to stress upon you, please know that it will, in fact, get better. I promise you this. It's like I say in a lot of my videos, second by second, minute by minute, day by day. Soon that turns into year by year. And that guilt and shame starts lifting off your shoulders, and you start becoming more healthy. You start viewing things as they truly are. You start seeing the abuse that was really compounded onto you, and that it wasn't you. These feelings, these ups and downs, are going to happen quite a bit during the holiday season. Loneliness, a disconnection with family. You're going to feel, why me? Why was I the one? And that's going to turn into, it must have been your fault. It wasn't your fault. Time is going to heal this. See, the continuation of your low self-esteem, the constant feeling of guilt and shame, that is what narcissistic abuse is all about. That is why so few people understand this. Of course, there are many, possibly 95% of the population that has not gone through narcissistic abuse. So how could they possibly identify with what you and I are discussing? So when you see those 95%ers and they can't get it, and you automatically turn that into yourself, don't. It gets better. And time and education and thoughtfulness is going to get you through this. Now, that doesn't do a lot of good when you're in that depressed state or when you're in that self-loathing state. But try to trigger yourself. When you start feeling that, try to remember this was the abuse that was pounded into me. That's all this is. It's not me. This was narcissistic abuse. When you start questioning your own sense of reality, please try to trigger yourself and know that this was placed upon you in your childhood, in your marriage, in your relationship. And know that it's going to get better. Again, I'm going to promise you, you're going to start to see the abuse for what it truly is and was. The narcissists aren't breaking a sweat over this. They're not thinking about this for a single second. They're not recognizing the abuse that they have placed upon others. In their world, it's all about them, right? It's all about how they appear. But in your world, you're left holding the baggage. But that baggage is going to get lighter. That baggage is going to become less and less and less as you go along. During these holidays, if you are dreading seeing that narcissist, being in the middle of that sick family dysfunction, just remember, it's not you. And it's not going to always be like that. It's going to get better. I know that those are just words. But I'm telling you, from experience, it's going to get better. Do not become discouraged. Do not think that you have to give up. Do not think for a moment that the rest of your life has to be in this pain. Remember, who's really the abuser here? Remember the things that were done onto you. Don't be discouraged. It'll happen. A little time. A little more time. You can make it. You're going to make it. I'm wishing you peace today. Thank you.